What's going on, guys? Seth and Chevy here. We just watched episode 4 of season 3 of Jujutsu Kaisen. We'll be talking full spoilers ahead, so if you had a chance to watch this crazy-ass episode, and we'll do a real quick recap. Basically, Maki just erased the Zenin clan. Basically, that's the episode. But yeah, she goes into the vault basically to get cursed weapons. They're anticipating that, so they got rid of them. They also were planning on killing off her, May, her sister, and Megami, and basically saying that they're traitors. That's how they're gonna, run with that assassination. And yeah, he dispatches her dad, dispatches her and her sister, leaving them in like a training room where cursed things are at. And basically, we get a dialogue between May and Maki. And May ends up sacrificing herself, basically taking off the training wheels off of Maki and allowing her to basically be Toji now, and leaving her after sacrificing herself with a cursed weapon. And she shows that off by killing her dad before he can finish a sentence, and then going in and doing a Kill Bill Crazy 88 fight where she just obliterates all the small fries, and then goes and effortlessly kills 3 of the dudes who are like top tier guys of the clan, and then fights the blonde guy, which I forgot his name, her cousin, who is very cocky, wants to be the leader of the Zenin clan, of what's left of it now, I guess. And she is able to basically see his movements now that she is uncapped, and punches his face and disintegrates his skull into his head, and then goes and kills her mom, killed her basically.
Started that process at least.
And then surprisingly, Zenin clan dude survived the punch, but is killed by the mom, right?
Yeah, and then she just bleeds out on top of him.
And then she bleeds out, and then the Zenin clan has been completely destroyed, which is important because it's one of the top three clans. Yeah. So now there's 2 clans. So yeah, the whole discussion about who's going to lead the clan, I guess, doesn't matter anymore. That's the episode. Maki's fucking scary now. And her family sucked. So thoughts?
Yeah. Well, that was a really fast 5-minute episode. That was bonkers. I don't even know how to even approach it, man.
I think it's important too to mention that we watched the episode
basically twice,
and we were very into it, but then we had to rewatch most of it because so much was happening that we needed to process some of the stuff further,
like the actual story.
And there's actually a lot that we got out of it after watching a second time, because we're trying to piece it together. Like, wait, okay, so what's up with the twins? Oh, now the May's gone. Now Maki's uncapped, basically. And then there's a lot to this episode that was, and there's multiple points where there's information in the top left, but then also they were talking while I'm trying to read that, so we had to go back and get that. But I think we got the episode fully understood now, and we definitely understand that Maki is a monster now. She's scary, and the episode had crazy fucking action that really showcased why Jujutsu Kaisen has such a style to it, specifically with the sorcery and stuff. There's some really crazy scenes in this episode. But yeah, I left it off for you in terms of impressions. So what'd you get out of it?
Well, okay, so it was a fantastic episode. It felt like I blinked and it was over. And
yeah, both story and action, it was really good.
The just the build up to her, she's always been strong basically for a human, right, but she has no powers and has to depend on tools to fight. And we saw this before, obviously, with Toji, but Toji was a monster. Right now,
she's that monster. Since season 1, I was like, I get they're trying to push the Maki's like a badass, but compared to everybody else, what's she doing here?
Right. Clearly handicapped.
There was just like everything in this fucking show and the story, there's something planned for everything. And so this finally happening, especially giving kind of the background with her family dynamic and stuff, really kind of before I was like, yeah, Maki's all right, she's fine. whatever. Like, I don't want anything bad to happen to her, but I don't have like a big affinity for her. But after this, I'm like, whoa, that's actually really crazy the way they did this. So, this show is just trust the process, let it happen.
Yeah, and maybe have a wiki page available if you haven't read the manga, which we haven't. And so please don't say anything going forward. We're enjoying the unraveling.
Yeah. No spoilers.
Holy crap. Yeah. So, I mean, like, obviously the animation was fantastic. They really have a way of like expressing things that are happening, whether that is like dude's 24 frames per second move and then them basically re-explaining it, like, you know, because we've had to do this before with the other guy, but like you have to be moving, otherwise if you flinch, you literally pause for a second, which in this world is too much. So dude was moving so fast, like they had to zoom out the map, and he was going around a mountain basically. Like it was insane looking.
And then he ran to a fist.
Yeah, and I'm gonna come back to that. I was just expressing the visuals and like how they represent things, right? Like, God, I feel like I'm still all over the place mentally. The way, like, you know, we kind of get to the setup where the sisters are basically supposed to be assassinated, and they have this moment, and you know, they have their conversation, which, you know, in their world, they understand what they're saying. For me, I'm like, well, hold on, what are we talking about? Like, I'm lost, right? And so, like, you know, watching a second time and then also doing a little bit of outside research there, it was like kind of nice to be able to go, oh, okay, that makes complete sense watching it the second time now. And then noticing the fun little symbologies. They kept like doing flashes of like to the twins in embryo, and even like after the awakening, like the little blip of what I believe was Toji on top of Mai. I'm getting mixed up now. And then just her rampage, and the one almost spoiler I got today, because I couldn't avoid it completely, was I saw someone on X say they paid homage. It felt like they paid homage to Kill Bill, and I was like, I don't want to read that. Go away. Yeah. So
yeah, it definitely felt like Kill Bill as soon as all those guys entered the room, and then it went black and white, which is I think kind of cool, because Kill Bill's been out for so long now, and Kill Bill pays homage to Japanese cinema, so it's kind of full circle.
Yeah. If that is true, it seems like it would have to be. It feels like Tarantino.
Even when she like jumped up to the second floor and started fighting, I'm like, and then like and this is very big trope in Japanese stuff anyway, but the wall with the blood splashing on it, but like so much of it was very much like very similar to Kill Bill. Yeah. So and obviously, you know, this show takes a lot of inspiration. Same thing with Chainsaw Man, from like cinema. Yeah. So there's a lot of very cinematic scenes in this episode.
But yeah, it was just like crazy watching her just mow these people down, and like so fast that like you blink and you would miss it. You'd miss something. Like there was like this little detail where she chopped this dude's hands off, and then it panned to someone else, and it's just a group of people, and they're all dying in their own ways. But a guy in the background, that guy whose hands holding the sword, went into his head and killed him.
Yep.
Like, it was so ridiculous. So in a good way.
I like the scene where she moved forward and just stood still, and she just slid
on the blood
and was in that guy's face. That's fucking
hilarious.
Cold as shit, dude. Like, it's so fucked up.
So she takes care of like an army of small fries effortlessly. She's like just aura farming all over them. And then we get to, you know, the meat and potatoes basically, and she's fighting the sorcerers. And the way, and this is, you know, to come back to the way they just show off like how things work. Like the sorcery is so like crazy looking, right? You get these like really crazy like color change stuff. Like the big example I have in this episode is when the dude used the spell with his eyes, where he locked her in place basically.
Or tried to.
The color, you know, shift real quick when it went in the ground cracking, because it was basically forcing her into the ground, and then just watching him go through that strain and that process, and then inevitably using that spell so hard and her breaking through it, and that killed him.
Yeah,
he's just bleeding out of every orifice in his face. Like it was insane.
Yeah, it's scary too, because he's like willing to sacrifice himself just to basically stop her, because he's telling the other guy that she can't become Toji.
Basically. Well, yeah, because in that moment he's like, she's way too similar to him. Like, you got to get rid of her now.
We got to get her. Yeah. So, got to end her now.
Because Toji is a stain on the reputation as a clan, right? So, yeah, it's crazy. Then the dude in his like Gomu Gomu no Gatling gun from the sky, for you One Piece fans there. The Rain of Fists was just cool. And then the landscape and town, the little village there was just obliterated. It's just gone. Looked like a bunch of bombs went off, basically. And then, in his dying breath, thinks that, that guy won. And she just comes walking by with dude's head and throws it in the water. Like, it's just so, like, she's unstoppable. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's brutal.
And then, to come back to the dude doing the thing and running into the fist, the way they, like, just paused that shot, and she's having a whole conversation in the middle of this action that's happening in 1/24th of a second. And she just lays into him, and they just really emphasize by doing multiple angles, multiple impact frames, and that sound effect over and over again, that she just nails this guy into the ground.
With the speed of the punch and then the power behind it, I think needs to be emphasized. They really did it.
Yeah.
To the point where they showed us an X-ray of his skull disintegrating.
Yeah.
Which you would expect from an impact that fast. That guy's powerful. Obviously, he survived it, but he wouldn't have been the same if he.
The fight was over.
Yeah.
Like, it was one hit. She literally one punch manned him. So like,
he helped with the speed, but yeah,
I don't know. It's it was a mind-blowing episode. That was awesome. So but those are my impressions. So
yeah, I mean, I agree with everything you said. Basically, I really enjoyed the beginning part though, with the dad basically easily getting rid of her, especially, he's using a blade, she breaks the blade, but then he uses a sorcery to cut her down, telling her that I'm not even like a sword guy, I'm a fucking sorcerer, that was your big mistake. And then throwing her in the pit with her sister, which I thought was really brutal. We really got, especially on the second watch when we were watching through that again, like, he really fucking hates those kids.
Yeah.
Like, he's a piece of shit. So he really, when he gets his, it's just like, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Makes sense why she doesn't fucking like him. But the scene where he's like realizing the curses have been destroyed, and he's like getting ready to fight whatever's coming out of that vault.
He even mentions he feels fear, and he thought he couldn't feel fear anymore, or something like that.
Yeah. And then he's like getting ready to say something. He's like in the middle of a sentence, and his head's already been chopped off the top of it.
Yeah.
And it's just, like, that scene was just crazy, especially with like the music and the shots of the birds and just watching her sister sacrifice herself and the whole, like, them being kids and her basically telling her to just burn it to the fucking ground. And she's like, I'm going to start that now.
Well, it's funny too, because we got a blip in previous season or seasons of their childhood. And like, they were the only two people who were family to each other. Mm-hmm. The rest of the family is shitty. So
yeah. So just like the go ahead to just like start the process of
burn it down,
destroying everything. Yeah. Pretty badass. Also, I love the brief moment we got with Megami, basically her saying like, you're the leader. Like, this is what I want to do. And he's like, yeah, I don't care. Go do that.
He don't want it.
Yeah. He's not interested.
Yeah.
And then, so when she's walking into the vault and the mom's yelling at her and she's just like, I got permission.
Yeah.
Like, there's that. If you need the rules, there's the rules.
Yep.
So I loved that little detail. And then, all the fights are cool. The crazy, cool's an understatement, but like, the Crazy 88 style fight was very cool. It was just kind of spectacle of showing that she's just like, they're not in the same league. No one here was, but like, these people were just like fucking ants, stepping on ants. Yeah. Just a spectacle of blood and yeah, it was cool. But I really enjoyed when she took on the top dudes, because it was scary to show what she's become now. Because like you said, that dude died trying to stop her. Like, just with magic. She didn't even touch him. And it took everything in him to not stop her.
Yeah.
So that's terrifying. And then the other guy just got killed off screen, basically. He went in and came out dead. And then her punching into people's throats and stuff, that was fucking...
Just ripping them out, yeah.
Just brutal. Like, the first guy, I was like, oh, they're going to have, like, a fight. And then she just comes up and goes, boom, and just kills him. I'm just like, oh, uh-oh. That's not good for them. Yeah, this is a fantastic episode. This is, the last 3 episodes was all the build up. We got some cool fights in the first 2 episodes, but that last episode, in our review, I was saying that, this was a lot of exposition, a lot of setup. Hopefully from here, it's just, the gun's going to fire off and we're going to start running. And we did. I mean, this was a cool little like subplot of the greater story that's going to happen.
Well, it affects the politics of the world.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah. It's just interesting that in one episode we got this story arc completed.
Yeah.
Zen Clan's gone. Okay. Well, move on. And Maki's Toji now. So that's scary.
Yeah.
Especially because before, like I said, my feelings on her were, where does she fit in with all this stuff? It's like, oh, okay, I get it now. Now that, everyone needs to be scaling and getting more powerful, well, she did. So
especially because they made the effort for her to survive, right?
Yeah.
Where
I was wondering, why are we keeping her around? Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I was like, oh, cool. She'll just be in the background still, but now she's all burnt up. So it's like, what's the plan? Oh, okay. No, she's just like a scary monster
2.0.
now. Yeah. Which is cool because I always thought Toji was a really cool bad guy. Even when he came back in season 2, just as like a vessel, that was like terrifying because he's going around killing everybody. So yeah, I definitely, am stoked to see where this goes when it comes to Maki. But yeah, great episode. Awesome episode. Really loved it. Action was awesome. And the story and the emotions and the cinematography, this very cinematic nature of the episode was very cool. So yeah. If the rest of the season's even like half as cool as this episode, I'll be very happy. I suspect it'll get better,
Probably.
which will be crazy because this was a very good episode. So yeah, great episode. Really, really stoked for the next. I can't wait for the next episode. So, anything else?
For tomorrow.
Shit. Yep. Well, stay tuned for that. We'll be reviewing Freerun, and we got 2 other shows. We'll be doing reviews of the whole series when we get a chance. And then you showed me another anime you want me to watch. We'll see when I get to that. So let us know in the comments what you guys think about this episode. What were the big takeaways, favorite parts? I know you loved this episode. If you like JJK, this was a good one. Yeah. And is there anything that we didn't discuss that you wanted to discuss? Unless it's reveals spoilers, please don't spoil anything for us. We haven't read the manga. We'd like to go in as blind as possible. And then recommendations this season, we're not gonna be able to get to them, but we'll take them into consideration if you have anything you'd like us to watch, movies, anime, whatever. And yeah, thanks for watching. I've been Seth. This has been Chevy. And until the next episode, we will talk to you guys later.